Another dark day welcomes you as your sun-starved skin thirsts for the warmth of the surface. Though only several days have passed since your initial descent into Shandaral's lower levels, the dismal nature of this place has seeped in through the cracks of your soul. Cracks that formed upon a feeling of hollow victory. Relevere was defeated, the Dark Crystal destroyed. But what price was paid seems a steep descent into unknown consequences, mired in the cheating of death and the darkening of what little light this world had left.
Hey!
Bean footage!
Bean footage!
Did I get it right, guys?
Yeah, you got it. Welcome back, everybody. We are still missing my lovely wife while she makes a bit of tea, but it's all good, Mo. Take your time. Since she is out of the room for now, and chat has seen the intro, everybody here has seen the intro, we will pick up where we last left off in the lower levels of Shandaral, where the five of you got a bit of rest following a very intense encounter.
Yeah, I think I was asking Arsinoe if she felt all right, and you rudely cut
Ended
me
the
off.
entire session.
I did. So it seems
And
only
that's where
fitting.
we'll pick up next week.
Do it again. So it seems only fitting to pick back up in the room where Taffy and Arsinoe were staying. As a quick reminder, Taffy, you're waking up as are awake and sort of staring off in the distance. Arsinoe, I'm going to have you make a religion check for me.
Oh, okay.
I don't like what you're doing.
I think it is. It is 19.
19, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really remember how you came to be here,
That makes sense.
but you feel safe enough. And so you've waited and allowed your friend to continue resting while you try and piece together what might have happened to you. Last you recall, you were in the clutches of this eldritch creature that was burrowing into your skull.
Ew.
But as you try to remember, as you reach out for answers, you hear nothing. And you feel nothing.
Oh my god.
For the first time in a long time,
What'd you roll?
you feel completely
19.
disconnected from Oham.
Oh no!
Murder someone.
I
If
think
I have
I
to
know
deal with
who.
I'm busy. I'm gonna murder the next warlock I see.
I forgot you took levels in Warlock.
I just asked you how you're doing.
Well, that's yeah.
Fuck you!
That couldn't have worked out any better.
It was such a genuine reaction. He pointed to me, and I was like, "Oh no, that's me!"
Wait, oh no!
Oh god.
I stood away. Mage armor.
Mage armor, drop fireball.
That's hilarious. Invisibility.
How are you feeling?
I have a pretty bad headache. So, does anybody want to tell me what happened?
It's your turn.
Just us two. But I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
So, I tell you what happened. No. What was the guy's name?
Oh my god.
No, what was his name? I forgot.
Relevere.
Relevere. So the bad guy was Relevere.
Did know that.
Okay, yeah, he like sucked your brain out.
Oh my god.
You were dead. Does she have like a caved in skull or anything?
She does not. Her body has been healed completely.
She looks normal. Got it. How did that happen again?
Any rattling?
You.
Ding, ding, ding.
Got it.
You. You're welcome. Your friends will.
Yeah, so kind of sucked your brain out. You definitely died. Cheryl did too, but we brought both of you back. Do you remember that Cheryl died?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, yeah, he died. So
That was before I got...
Sarnorin brought him back. And then Ren made a deal and
Rin?
yeah.
Do we know that happened?
Yeah.
Make an insight check, really low DC, because I don't think it would be pretty.
But like how low we talking? Like a 12?
Yeah, 12.
It's exactly 12!
Wow! No, honestly, DC in my head was 10, so
Okay.
you're fine. You would guess, because immediately after the fight, Rin was completely enveloped in smoke, disappeared, and when he came back is when Arsinoe started
Okay, so then I'll
to show signs
rephrase
of life
that.
again.
We think that Rin might have done something and have something to do with you because
I'm gonna get up and just...
like
Walk to the door.
Arsinoe, I wasn't done.
You guys,
So
you
like,
gotta talk fast.
okay, so like your brain was out of your head, and then Ren was in the smoke, and then he came back from the smoke, and then you were sleeping. So all signs point to Ren doing something, and he was like really irritable afterwards. So, you know,
Opening the door now.
Okay.
okay,
I waited
good
as long
talk.
as
So
I could.
glad you're back.
Imagine seeing a Cheryl.
Okay, love you.
I brought him back. No explanation. It's just like Cheryl's in the corner like,
No
thought
one
you
asks
were-
questions.
I thought you were laughing about.
Being restrained, trying to eat you.
yeah.
I thought you were laughing about Morgan's perfect capturing of a child, like sort of recounting
Yes.
what occurred.
And then
it's really
All
good.
signs point to Ren.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Talk.
So make a perception check for me as you
about
open the
those?
door.
What is this?
Lavender cookie.
That's what I keep smelling.
Lavender.
Oh, great.
19.
So good, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, looking out across, you can
19.
see quite clearly. You're at the narrow cave inn, the same place where you all slept the night prior, or slept last time. It would have been a couple days since. You're not sure what room everyone is staying in, but you can navigate the pathways easy enough if you want to start knocking on doors.
I will do that.
Arsinoe, let me help you because I think I probably might know where they are.
You do.
Fine. I already
Yeah, so,
started knocking on wood.
Ren's over here. And I just open the door. Ren, she's here to see you. And I walk away.
As you like turn towards Taffy, the door that you knocked on creaks open. A human answers, but only peeks out just a bit.
So sorry, we had the wrong room. It's okay. Go
She
back
didn't
to
have a
bed.
brain yesterday.
Come on. No, shh, come on, Arsinoe. Wait, Ren's over here.
Sorry.
It's not polite. Slams the door. Goes back
Knocked.
to.
I
I'm
could've
gonna
opened it.
Probably
prestidigitation the doorstep of his door.
Oh, that's nice of you. He walks back out and slips on it because it's too clean. Anyway, just kidding.
Guess that makes me the devil.
Fireball.
It's from
The office. Remember the office.
Dinner party.
Don't say that.
Don't talk about that.
You shouldn't joke about that.
Yeah, I came over and cleaned the window.
Arsinoe might kill you if you say that in character.
She
So-
will sue me. Sorry.
So,
I was trying not to pull it that way, then say Max.
I know. You knocked on Ren.
I opened the door and said, Ren, she's here for you. And I am
Okay.
leading her in.
Arsinoe, with your 19 perception check, as Ren turns to see you walking in, you notice something
I think you two might have a lot to talk about.
odd. Bye.
I noticed something.
Ren, both of your eyes are now black.
Oh, fuck. Do I notice it too?
I mean,
'Cause I'm in the doorway.
Yeah. We wouldn't have talked about that.
So,
think
Arsinoe,
it was
remember
if we went
how
to
I told
sleep.
you that, like,
Oh.
maybe Rin did something?
It looks
Should've
like
closed your
something
eyes,
happened.
dude.
Yeah. Rin, what did you do?
Why are you waking us up?
What happened?
She's awake. Are you not happy that this is the first time you've seen her awake? And your question is, why is she waking you up?
Yep.
What happened to her
I haven't
eyes?
seen myself, right?
No.
Both of your eyes are black, buddy. What did you
I mean,
do?
we got knocked around a little bit.
Well, no, you know that's
No,
not what I
my
mean.
black eye.
No, you have smoky eye, mate.
Both of your eyes.
Ask Dad for a favor, did we?
I don't know that I'd phrase it that way.
I think he promised something to Dad instead of.
Am I awake at this point?
I think his problem is with
Yeah, you
Dad
would be.
in this
and
case.
hearing the commotion of like rushing around, knocking on doors,
Okay.
we could easily say that you heard a commotion and might have headed that
I'm
way.
now here for this conversation? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought y'all three were together.
I was with Cianala.
Oh, it's just
Sorry.
me and him.
Yeah.
I grabbed you on the way, Cheryl.
Yeah. He's who likes
As-
them girls' dick.
As Cheryl walks onto the scene,
Yeah.
flying out from behind him is Cianala,
It's a
who embraces
fairy.
you in a warm hug.
Very true.
So glad that you're safe.
Thank you.
Come at me.
I think it's probably best if we all get something to eat, so that we can talk about what happened.
Why are you angrily waking us up? I'm still confused.
Because I was dead,
And now you're
so I'm told, and now I'm not. And I was told that there was a possible deal made. And I want to know what
Have
happened.
you shared that you have no connection to Oham?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to know that was Taffy or not. Because Taffy would have just spilled the beans.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably why she didn't tell
Things
you.
happened
probably why
kind of
she
fast.
didn't
We were running out of time and options, and
So
Rin was panicking.
if you want to get mad at anyone, get mad at these three for not being able to heal you.
I'm not really mad at anyone. I'm more afraid that something bad is going to happen now.
Pretty much everywhere we go, something bad happens, so I think that's a safe assumption.
Solid.
So, also, throughout the whole fight, I was trying to contact both of you guys' deities and also mine. What's the status on that? Have you heard from your boo in a while, Cheryl?
I would have
this is-
assumed that I would
this
have
is why I don't
prayed while I
pray.
was working with Cianala.
Complete waste of time.
Arsinoe?
Alex, would I have
You tried the broker?
felt any different
He
did-
gets
while I was like
results.
working with Cianala to
It
heal
seemed
and
like,
pray?
yeah,
Stop
it seemed
it.
like his phone was working, so I didn't
Would
try it a
would
second
you have
time.
felt? I'm sorry. I was looking at something else.
No, you're good. I was
Wow.
just saying that I would like when I was working with Cianala and like learning how to heal and stuff. I would have been praying.
Yeah.
I guess it would everything
He's trying
was
to
normal.
Yeah, your connections are fine. Yeah. Really good reception down here.
Rough it
like a
is.
tunnel straight to the sky.
Yeah. Surprising. Arsinoe might just have the wrong cell carrier.
I should need to redial and put one in front of it. Not really looking at you, I just turned. 'cause
Oh, okay.
So, if
my suggestion was that we go get something to eat.
memory serves, we need to go to a
Always
mountain.
Arsinoe's suggestion.
How are you
Your
feeling?
memory does serve you right.
Sore.
But if you're hungry, I imagine you might be. Perhaps we can stop by the Kitten Cask. They don't have much to offer, but it is food.
Yeah, I mean, I think because we still have to climb out of here.
Yeah. We're still in the Underdark, right? But we're in...
Yeah, you're in lower
The bottom of
Chandral.
Chandral.
Yeah. So,
Not quite Underdark, but Underdark adjacent.
not quite upper bright.
Yeah.
So. I got
like
one chuckle out of it.
middle
nice.
I'm really delusional and tired, so...
Cianala motions for you to follow her, and she begins leading you a bit further up, close to the pathway you follow to get down. There is a building that is built into an old structure that looks like some sort of a guard tower. And shoddily, above the door hangs a wooden plank painted over several times as the business may have changed names, but it is now called the Kitten and Cask.
Does it look like Rin needs help navigating anything?
His life.
Like, is he blind?
Is he
Is that
blind?
what you're asking?
His life. Is he the life coach?
He appears able to see
10
just
years
fine.
ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago that he needed a life coach.
A different life coach than the one that he has.
Yes.
The one that he has got him in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
It's an MLM, thank you.
Right.
Not technically.
No, it's direct. What is it called? Direct sales or something marketing? What do they call
MLM,
it?
multi-level
No,
marketing?
no, no.
No, they
They
don't say
call
that
they.
anymore.
What do they call it?
Dimeripe. The opposite of
I'm gonna find it
Okay.
because it.
Yes.
I think it's networking marketing or something like that. They have a different term.
Entrepreneur.
direct to marketing. Direct to consumer.
Whatever.
It doesn't
Anyway.
matter.
It's fine.
Our
I'll find
has
it.
alienated a section of viewers who are in MLMs.
Who cares?
Or not.
Get out.
Yeah.
You're not at the top of that, I promise.
You're not even in the middle.
I was right.
Network
Call it
marketing.
Network marketing.
You all walk into this sort of shoddy establishment, and you are greeted with a friendlier voice than you would have imagined. And as you search out the source of the voice, you kind of look down and see a small dwarven woman who has one eye that's almost like popping out of socket. Good morning. What can I get ya?
She only has one eye total, or only one is popping.
Only
out?
one is popping out.
Got it. Stop. Good morning. Think we are quite famished. Is that the word to use?
I'm pretty famished.
Yeah.
That means
yeah.
we have to shit.
I don't really know all your fancy words, but
yeah.
if you've come for a bite and a drink, we've got plenty of that.
That's exactly what we need.
Load us up.
All right. What can I get you?
I don't know, the most popular thing on the menu, I guess.
Do you have the gabagool?
Gabagool.
I've not heard of that dish.
The closest thing to what you would imagine it is. I'll take it.
Fair enough. And she sort of like scribbles on a notepad.
Shreds chicken.
As you kind of look
A
over,
goblin with a apple in its mouth.
the scribbles look just that. I mean, almost unreadable.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the gabagool.
Yeah, that's it.
We've also got a wonderful grave coconut cookie that many people rave.
Yes,
Oh.
I will have one of those.
Yeah, I'll have one of those.
No,
Okay.
thank you.
And
Eat.
do you have like a
Rice.
cider or something I can drink with it?
No cider?
No.
No.
Great.
I
What
thought
do
that was
you
going to be a
have?
yes.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Ale?
We have ale. We've got plenty of ale. A bit short on water.
Great. Pour the ale.
But
Fair enough.
we might be able to help you out with the water. Cheryl?
And there's water
You
all over the
suddenly
bar.
Well,
drenched.
no, like, she had
Taffy
like a
cast
bucket.
tsunami.
It's tidal wave, thank you.
Yeah.
Does she have like a bucket where she would normally have her water?
I mean, she could show you to where like she normally keeps it. There's a large cask that holds.
Cheryl,
Does it hold at least 10 gallons?
Sure.
Otherwise, she's going to have wet floors.
Yeah, it does.
it's great.
Oh no, it's only 9.5 gallons.
Oh, it is up to. You're right.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to like, oh god.
Nope.
I can't hold all of this.
It's
It's
10 or
all or
nothing.
nothing.
Save or suck.
Yeah, I'll fill it up.
Thank you. So good, sir. We have water, if you'd like it.
Ale will do fine.
Fair enough. I don't know what time it is, but if it was morning, I wouldn't judge you.
She's cute.
What
What was your name again?
My name is Torin.
Torin. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. As like she begins to turn to go and fetch everything, her eye kind of glances across the two of you, and she settles on Arsinoe. Are you all right? You don't look quite well.
Do I have a black eye? I'm going to freak out.
No, you just look
I would have told you.
sad.
Yeah. Sometimes people are sad, but thank you for asking.
It's easy to be sad down here.
Yeah.
Not me. Keep the spirits up.
That's good.
Does anything look funky about her eyeball?
Yeah, it's protruding from her head.
No, but I mean like
Is it protuberance?
no, the ladies, yeah.
Make a
Has
perception
tiny
check for
little
me.
hands.
Or investigation, rather.
Oh,
Does it look like you could like?
Deception.
is it
Back
smell
in.
based?
No.
Yes, it's the smell.
Let me smell your eyeball.
Give me your eye.
That's 5.
You don't have the plus?
No, I have no.
You can at least tell she was not born this way. This is not a birth defect.
Maybe I was born this way.
This is not a birth defect?
No.
No.
So she shuffles off and begins pulling everything together. As she's doing that, you do see another short female dwarf walking through. Her eyes are perfectly normal and inset, but she looks a bit worse for wear. She's a bit sullen. She has a scar across one eye.
Is she limping?
She is not limping, but her clothes are tattered and dirty, and she seems to hold herself a bit lower. Whereas Torin was very happy and excited. She's almost the opposite.
That sucks.
Does she seem like she wants to talk to anybody?
Maybe
Is she behind, like...
she looks sad, but I mean,
Talking to nobody ever.
Hi,
hey there,
what's your name?
I'm Gwen.
Gwen, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Are you faring well?
About as good as you can down here.
Yeah, I sympathize with that. They already, Torin already take your order.
She did.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything. I'll do my best to fetch it.
Okay.
She goes about continuing to clean up and put things back where they're supposed to go.
I was hoping that their names were like Torin and Foreign or something like that.
Nope. Torin and Gwen.
What's up?
Nothing.
But it's a fantasy name because it's Gwin and not Gwen.
Or YN.
Yeah. Anyway.
GWYN.
The first one.
Is there a bathroom anywhere around here?
Who are you asking?
Alex.
It's down the hall to the right.
I thought you were asking one of the dwarves. Are you asking Gwen or Torin, or are you asking me, just looking around?
Yeah, I guess I'll look around first and then I'll go ask someone if I don't obviously see it.
With your earlier
Outhouse,
perception
whatever.
and should be easy enough to spot,
Hardly-
there is no bathroom in the establishment.
Got it. I will go and ask Gwen where someone could use the restroom. Where's an outhouse? Whatever we call them in this time.
You've not
The poop chute.
You've not been here
Where's the
long,
hole in the ground?
have you?
Nope.
In the wrong pocket.
The bucket?
Been like looking to see.
More or less.
Tis a bucket.
It's life down here is not quite as. It's a poor existence compared to the surface.
Is it out in the open or is there
No,
direction?
we can set you apart in one of the broom closets.
I'll just take the broom closet alone. I actually don't need a bucket at all.
Hey, madam, but in good faith, I can't let you shit on the floor.
I just
You know I've got to clean that, right?
I just need a quiet
Please,
space
just
for a
take the
moment.
bucket.
I just need some alone time for a second. Thought
If
that
it's alone time you need, then the broom closet's all yours. But if I see something disgusting on the floor in there that I've got to clean,
Do we hear
you'll
the
be paying
Don't
for
worry, I can clean anything. And I clean the bar.
Don't use
no,
it.
we're not near them.
it. Yeah.
Oh, you walked away?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll save it for another time.
But
gonna say, if we overheard
Taffy's
this, I'm gonna
just
go shit in
cleaning
the
things
closet.
anyway because she can, and it's dirty down here.
Yeah, it is
Disguised
dirty.
as Sarnorin.
Disguises Arsinoe.
Shit in the closet.
Appreciate the help.
Anytime.
Does I feel like there's something weird going on with like the relationship between the sad one and the
Yeah.
happy one. And so like does anything seem off about the sad one? Like is she like
Make an insight check.
Did they break up
God.
last night?
Well, is one like an underdwarf and one a surface?
Oh,
dwarf?
insight.
I know that's good.
Is she a
29.
Whoa.
Oh, plus 14 now.
Yes. We can just stop asking.
Yeah, you don't need to roll right
gonna find out here in a second.
With your incredible deductive skills, you're able to reason that the two of them are friends. Just from their stature and the overall just like look of them, aside from Torin's bulging eye, they look like they could even be related.
Fuck.
That said, obviously,
Like maybe they
Gwen
lost their
is
kid recently.
very upset about being here, whereas Torin is very upbeat, very happy. It seems that maybe since
Torin
dwarves
murdered
don't normally
Gwen's
come from this
spouse.
area, they moved here from somewhere else in search of treasure. Torin's very starry-eyed about it, and Gwen is a bit disillusioned with the whole thing.
I got their whole background just by looking at them, son.
Yeah.
You can
You did
see
the-
through people's souls with that.
You did the Sherlock Holmes. She has chalk on her left forehead.
my hat of disguise
Discombobulate.
turns into one of those.
She is a professor.
Discombobulate. Discombobulate. Have you seen that video before?
You have X-ray vision if you try hard enough.
Your emotions.
Yeah, this is the new thing that goes.
I didn't shave today, so it might not actually stick.
It's like Velcro.
As things begin to quiet down, you find yourself this long-sought broom closet. You can close yourself in.
So bad. Now that I'm in here, I gotta be so bad.
Oh no, I'm not allowed to pee. Oh my god.
I don't want it to come off.
Are you doing anything that you want everyone here for, such as peeing in a broom closet, or
I mean, I'll
You
just
want them
start
to
the
leave.
same as I started the campaign, just trying to shit in front of somebody and they watched the whole time. I was like, thought I'd be alone for this.
nope?
No, I'm gonna try to meditate again.
Okay.
See what that's like.
Immediate time.
Make another religion check.
And I forget, you told us that you're having trouble connecting.
I did
You
not.
did
Not.
not yet. Okay.
Did we see the?
Less than 19.
Can we see the visible sadness?
I mean, I'm gonna say no insight check on that, because even if you can kind of see she's upset, I think you might take it as like
I just had my brain
she
out
died,
of my
She's
head.
dead.
and the broker brought her back.
Allegedly, we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Could be
What'd you roll?
unrelated.
I just less than a 19. I don't know what it was. It was
You
uh,
try even
17.
harder, but just the broom closet itself is throwing off your feng shui a little bit, and the conditions are even worse than earlier trying to connect to Oham. But you do also know that the conditions of your surroundings are often not the cause of
Yeah.
being unable to connect. You
the
feel
only
as though
other
there is
time-
something
Like
else
somebody
at
missed the
work
bucket.
here.
Yeah, like the only other time that this happened was whenever we were in the slushy place. I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah,
Slushy place. That's
it's not so much that you're
It's canon.
canon.
Slushy place.
The slushy place.
TM.
it's not so much that you're reaching out and not being answered.
Feels like a block.
It feels like you're reaching out and not being heard.
Rude. I didn't. All right.
Yell louder.
We just hear yelling coming from the pool. Stupid Ren!
I knew she needed the bucket.
Just walk out like everything's normal. Thank you for the alone time. Work it.
Imagining you walking out and all us all like looking at you and you just be like, "Thank you so much," and like
Thank you for the
pretending like
time.
everything.
Gets to the table. We have to go. I shit on the floor.
You asked Cheryl to cast silence.
I'm going to clean the bathroom.
You asked Cheryl to cast silence before checking to see if he actually had it prepared, and he's like, oh.
So you return to the table. One of the first things that you notice is Cianala looking at you, a bit concerned. Is everything all right?
It's constipated.
Jesus.
I've seen this before. I'm a
Really
doctor.
blocked up. It's just some blockage I need to deal with, I guess. That's all.
Technically not. Oh,
I said what I said.
I mean, you did. You did pass away. I've personally never seen someone come back from that.
Yeah, I'm a little freaked out. To be honest.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
How'd she die?
You
Was
do
she
know.
not watching? Was she
No,
just completely
like,
useless?
How did she come back?
I was
Yes.
like, the hell,
Yes, she
man?
was. Outside of this conversation, yes, she
Yeah,
was.
regardless of that fact, honestly, I don't think there was much use.
She could have healed you for 10, but you'd have taken way
You're taking
more than
56
that.
anyway,
Yeah.
so
Still would have taken the 56 after that.
You might have had 10 more brains, though.
I don't think it works like that. Or matter.
So you still plan at least to go to Ferapet?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that we need to figure out and probably do next. But, I guess there's no but. That's all.
Your friend and I
There's no but.
spoke
There's
last
no
night. I came to the realization that it might be better if I stay.
Stay here?
I think the people here are in need of help. You've done a great deal for them, but I feel like I can do more still. These people need a healer, they need a protector, and
Now I took everything I know from Cheryl, and I'm gonna just stay here.
After one night.
After one night.
Yeah.
after seeing what all you've done and hearing what all you've done before this, I received no vision telling of the Oracle.
Nothing?
I received no words that she had passed except through the water runners. I feel perhaps it is not my place to ascend.
How long have you been thinking?
Since I found out.
What did you think about ascending before you then?
I am happy to serve others and serve my country. Whether I ascend or not, I will continue to do that. I feel as though perhaps my experiences are better used out of a leadership role.
Guess I can't really argue with what you've thought of. I think that
If I were there, I think I would only put my name in for you.
thank you.
Can you put that in writing? In case I need it for
Did
the
you sign
vote.
this petition actually? Goes first in a way.
Can you mail in your vote?
Yeah, you mail in your vote. I think I do think that a lot of places need our help of any kind. There's a lot more people that need to be taught about things in general, and there's a lot more people that need to be helped because old governments aren't doing anything and are hurting others.
There are great injustices in the world. I've seen them in our own country.
Absolutely.
I have nothing but faith that you will help to resolve these issues and more. And I will be praying for you as a future oracle, if the gods will it be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As this kind of dies down, Torn comes in. And here's your dinner or breakfast, whatever it is. I forgot what you ordered, so I just brought everything.
Great, thanks. How much do we owe you?
Let's call it a single gold piece and call it even. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll give her due.
She bites it. It's good stuff. Thank you. And let me know if you need anything else. Or Gwen. She's a bit glum every now and then, so perhaps you can cheer her up.
Will do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. She looks a bit unsettled by you having like two just like completely dark
Did y'all
eyes,
tell me
but
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
oh yeah.
That was like the first
It's
thing
like
they
And
said.
scurries back off and
Yeah, remember I told
continues.
you you had black eyes and you said we got in a fight?
As you watch her, it looks like she's kind of making messes, and Gwen is walking behind her cleaning it.
Gonna eat my food in silence.
You all finish your meal, and as the silence continues, Cianala kind of pipes up. Well, I trust you can see yourselves back to the surface. I
If you're gonna stay down here,
will.
right?
Until I feel it is safe enough for all that inhabit this place. I think we took out the main source of the problem, but no doubt there will be many other challenges.
My suggestion would be to find others that can help you too. What happened the other day, whatever day that was way too big even for us.
She just came back.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
I would have surely died. And I think you are right. It seems a good idea
Nothing like
to
those
carry
fall
friends with you
mosquitoes.
wherever you go. Please, all of you, be safe. I'm sure our paths will cross again, in this life or the next. And she does her traditional Benaran bow.
I do it back. Very
Performance check.
excitedly.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Or not.
It's getting better. Can I have advantage?
No.
No.
Last time you rolled a 5, so...
Okay, well, it is better. That's a 12.
Oh. You kind of like trip a little bit because the balance is
And then
sort of hard to maintain.
Wink.
And she kind of gestures back, smiles at you. Thank you, little one. Goodbye. And she exits stage left.
Cool.
What a crock of shit, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Onward.
guess we gotta go up a bloody mountain. Again.
Twice.
The last time we did that, I
We
almost
gotta get out of
died.
the hole.
We gotta walk up these fucking stairs and then go up another fucking set of stairs. On a mountain.
It's not how mountains.
Kind of.
You
I
feel
know.
fine though?
Yeah, I feel fine. I'm an atheist.
Do you feel fine?
Should I not?
I mean, you died.
I mean, yeah, but I, like I said, I'm sore, but everything else checks out. Everything here,
Everything been backwards.
that's supposed to, yeah.
Oh god, my knees are bending forward.
So what now?
Up and out.
Yeah, I guess we should start climbing.
Okay. It's easy enough to figure out exactly which way to begin your ascent out of Shandaral. But being fairly unfamiliar with the streets, there are times where you run to dead ends, thinking that taking the most vertical path would be the most correct one. And so while it takes the better part of a day to get down here, it takes you guys the better part of 2 to get back up.
During that time, I'd want to try to pull Arsinoe aside and ask her
We so lost.
if everything's okay, because Ren kept on asking me if I was okay and kind of avoiding the idea that she might not be.
Okay.
And I know that he had something to do with her coming back.
You don't know that.
He's
I
got
can
a
assume
pretty good
pretty
idea.
easily.
He was on the
Could've been
scene.
about anything.
Yeah. I will like slow down
Uh-huh.
and tell you, because I don't really want anybody else to hear, that I haven't. You know, I mean, it depends. I'm gonna make sure that nobody else can hear us or see us talking.
Thanks, Sam! You didn't even give me a chance to try!
I was just kind of imagining me like hanging backward, like
Yeah.
you know, like back, and everybody else is like, God, wait.
And any of my conversation to you would be telepathically, so no one would like. I might have even been like, "Hey, I've got some questions," and then you start to hang back, and so then I also hang back.
Do I have to answer you telepathically?
I'd have
No.
to use a spell
Yes.
slot to do that. So no.
So no.
So please don't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from Oham since I woke up, and I've tried to reach out.
Do we
I'm a little worried about.
do we rest? Do we rest at all between our 2 days? Up?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you guys either set up camp, or if you want to have stayed in some inn or establishment, we can do gold cost.
I would suggest
So me and Cheryl have a watch.
no. Maybe,
One last time,
Maybe
hey?
when we set up tonight, because it seems like we're not going to be getting out of here
Where the fuck?
today. But whenever we set up for rest, maybe we can try to pray together like we've done in the past. Maybe that'll.
Just a little worrisome. That there seems to be like almost like a refusal to.
Well, if it is, it's definitely not your fault.
Kind of what I was thinking, but wasn't really sure how to feel about it. That's why I was yelling in
Yeah.
the broom closet earlier.
Not that it's tough because without what Rin did, you wouldn't be here. But
Yeah.
also because of what he did, you don't have your connection. Presumably.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, I don't really know if it's what Rin did. Can't help
Or
it
just
that-
dying in general.
Yeah, that's possible.
I was trying to give you. I was trying.
blame it on the
I
Warlock.
was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But yeah. So then I guess unless anybody else had something to do when we get to our rest, Cheryl would sit and pray with her.
Okay. Then I will have both of you roll religion checks. And are you trying to get in touch with Oham specifically, or with his deity?
I guess Oham specific.
Okay.
That's a natural 20 for 25.
Nice.
I don't. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll to see what I'm gonna do. If it's 10 or under,
To define it.
yes, if it's 10 or under, I will try to contact Oham. Okay. Oh no.
Well, who are you trying to contact if
am-
not?
I am, yes, concentrating on the broker.
Are you really?
Yeah, I really am. Okay,
Okay.
so I will now roll
Okay.
to see.
Are you
what
telling
that
Cheryl
is.
that? Because okay.
Cheryl's
Cheryl would
backing
be like,
out.
I don't want to be part of this phone call.
Because Cheryl's trying to ask Osiris to help you get in contact with Oham with his 25.
Dang it! I rolled another fucking barely under 19. I rolled 18.
Okay.
What's your bonus? Holy shit.
This time you feel as though your message gets out. It is heard and unanswered.
Unanswered. Okay.
Do I get anything from Osiris on like she's busy or like fuck off?
He's busy. The number you've dialed is not a working number.
The feeling you get from Osiris is more or less that he cannot help another person get in touch with another god. He can speak to them, but
It doesn't happen. Okay. I was gonna try to use the one once per long rest prayer that destroyed the ring. I forget the name of the
divine intervention.
divine intervention.
Yeah.
To sever her connection with the broker.
Gotcha.
Or like intervene, like maybe have Osiris be like, I'll be the new good guy for you. That's not the broker. Like
I
maybe
don't
like
even know
have
what
him
that
somehow
animal
attach
stuffed
himself to
animal
her.
is.
Yeah. But anyway, okay.
Okay. So you all continue with your travels and eventually make it out of this hole in the ground. Breaching what feels like a lifetime of darkness you finally see the first rays of sunlight shining down. And as you do, a bit of hope returns. The heat of the sun is a powerful thing. You know there is a job to do, and regardless of what challenges lay ahead, you know that you must do it.
We need to go find our donkeys, horses, whatever.
They're on
camels.
Vitnica. They dead.
No,
Well, the
Clot.
camels were here.
Not Clot.
The reso camels.
You said donkey.
Yeah, the camp. We
I
had
know, I
2
couldn't
left
remember what we
because
had.
3 of them died.
Yep.
They were at the hotel, the nice
Yeah.
hotel.
Diamond Dreams, I think.
Yeah, and because you were like a chosen, wasn't it? Like
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Free
Mhm.
camels for the free camel week.
Yeah.
Make a survival check, somebody, to see how well you can get
I got
back to
this.
the hotel
Don't worry, guys. I
or
got
resort.
This.
Oh,
Let
Lord.
Ren do it.
No, don't let Rin do it.
What's the
Too
check
late.
we're
No, I
running?
got it.
Survival.
I
It's
got
wisdom based.
Do not do it. We're
got
not
it.
accepting
I got
Sam
it.
Bauer's roll on this.
26, 26, 26.
Really
Okay.
glad that mine was a 7, so that's
Um,
Never get a
26.
26
Taffy grew up in a family that mined gems
Ever.
from the mountain nearby. And so her navigation skills in the underground in these sort of settlements is just uncanny. She knows exactly which pathways to take, and at times moves through back alleys that look like dead ends and
they
get you there
not,
even
bitch.
faster.
they not, bitch.
You arrive and see the same Aasimar in white robes. Welcome back, Chosen. What can I do for you?
We would like to retrieve our camels, and we need to leave. And I think that we need to have some more camels.
3 more at
We
least.
need 3 more camels.
We only have 2.
Yeah, because
Several of them got swallowed up by.
by the hole.
That's right.
I see. You see like a bit of trepidation. Make a persuasion
if he fucking
check.
sold our camels while we were gone, or lost them. I'm gonna be
Or
pissed.
We took the only
probably by
5
giving us
camels
the
he
3
had.
ones.
Oh
Yeah.
dang it! It's not good. Persuasion.
Hmm.
Like automatically, I was like,
8.
oh, he did something wrong, and I was like, oh, but these are the last camels.
I'm not sure that I can offer you camels. Of course, there is no price for lodging your camels with us. But if I may, where is it that you are heading?
We are headed to Fairpet now.
I see. I thought as much, with the Chosen being in such close proximity. Perhaps you might take it up with one of the moisture runners. They make their way back and forth quite often, and they may be even quicker than a beast of burden could be.
That would be great.
All right.
Where would we find
Yeah,
them?
where do we go for that?
If you look upwards, and as you avert your eyes, you see the long pathway that is basically just carved out of stone in the center of the city that stretches all the way across this massive hole in the ground. He calls it the name for it.
Like
Upon the Red Ledge is where you might find many of the moisture runners. They usually make their way just below the surface, deliver their goods, and begin anew. I'm sure any of them would be happy to take you, as many of them get their supply from the Holy City.
All right.
Guess we'll go find them.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm happy to be of service. Do you want your camels, at the very least?
Let them
I'll just
go to
keep
someone who
the
needs
fucking
them more.
camels.
Okay.
Or eat them.
Like a
Or eat
like a the change thing, like leave a penny, take a penny.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Leave a camel, take a camel. Your generosity knows no bounds. Thank you so much. I am sure you will help somebody in great need.
It's okay. We stole those camels,
Oh my
and then I'll
God.
walk
No,
out.
we didn't. Thank you.
Make a deception check.
Still a 12.
We
He
didn't.
does not believe you.
We did not steal them.
We didn't.
He kind of chuckles nervously. I would never believe an oracle could do such a thing. Be well, and moves back towards the camels.
Wait till you hear who bloody stole them.
He stole his camel.
With Taffy's prior survival check, you're easily able to make it up to the Red Ledge, and just as he said, you can see several people riding in with carts. Coupled onto the back of them are large barrels that appear to be covered by like tarps and wrapped, so they don't get too hot.
Right. We will just walk up to one of them. Stop it. And did you say fucking cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam is like a cat.
Fair.
That's
So the first person you see is actually another Aasimar. He is dressed in very loose-fitting clothing, lots of wraps, and actually a mask over his face. You can really just see his eyes as a do-rag covers the rest as well. As you make your way up to him, what can I do for you?
We need to get to Fairpet.
I can take you for a price.
She's a
Alright.
chosen.
Make a persuasion check. Gotta lead with that.
Yeah. Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
That is 22.
Oh,
Sorry.
God, yeah. You see him instantly, like, you can only see his eyes, but that tells you all you need to know. He is so apologetic. I am so sorry. I had no idea.
She
It's
doesn't,
alright.
she
Of
doesn't like
course.
to say it. It's not
Yeah,
a big
maybe
deal.
watch
We
your
just,
mouth next time.
we just need to be. We're in a hurry. That's the only
It's
reason I bring
alright.
it up.
Thank you
I see.
so much.
Don't worry about him. He's an alcoholic.
He calls over to somebody else who might be a part of his crew. He begins speaking in hushed voices about some of the inner workings of their business, and turns back to all of you. I have made the arrangements for my friend to take the rest of this water into town. My sand sled is just across the Red Ledge. I can have you there in under a day.
Great.
Greatly
That
appreciate
would be
it.
great. Thank you.
Of course, anything I can do to help the chosen. He looks a little nervous, especially after the encounter that you guys just had. But he quickly makes his.
Pay for it.
I'm tired of paying for shit. Yeah, and Cheryl's now like,
also-
wait, hold up, you get shit for free here?
Also,
No.
like we took a detour for like 3 days on
Yes.
down here, and we were on our way there. So it's like I feel like we kind of need to be in a rush. So let's just
Yeah.
tell him.
He rushes over to an area where there are several large sleds parked. They are not drawn by any camel or beast of burden. They instead have a large sail on the front. I think the Avatar Sand people. He says, it will take some time to get going, but I know the perfect wind currents to get you there in the shortest time possible.
Thank you. Do we just need to stay here and wait, or is there a better place for us to be?
No. By all means, get on. And he motions to one of the first sleds as he and another person who have been waiting next to it begin to shift the sled back around and move it into the sands.
Is it dangerous?
Only if you don't hold on tight. And he, you can't see beneath his bandana, but you'd imagine he's smirking a bit.
I am not smirking back.
Just dead black
yeah,
eyes.
dead black
staring
eyes.
back
Not
at
like
you.
this is terrifying.
Yeah. Is it dangerous?
It's like I'm hoping for
Not
danger.
as dangerous as you, my friend.
What time is it, Alex? DM?
It is 8:05.
Becca player.
It is actually about,
Shut up, Will.
it looks to be just past noon currently. Find us a good
Can't you see me talking?
music.
White man broken. Wait, oh, white man. Typical.
So, all of you board this sand sled, and as he says, it takes some time to get out and away from the city. After the better part of 2 hours, you finally catch a bit of a cross breeze, which is unfamiliar to you in these lands, at least most of you, because you have been traveling through the Jedasi Badlands, where there is no such
Jedi.
wind. You finally feel a bit of movement beneath the sled. It is no longer just being pulled forward by the two brutes that have muscled it thus far. They hop on with you, and one of them mans a rudder as they begin to steer it through the sands. Because, as I say, it does get a bit rough. You may want to hang on for this particular pathway. And he steers you, instead of in a clear-cut line between the dunes, he is jumping them, basically, landing on just the other side. Everybody
Please,
make
I'm blind,
athletics
right?
checks for me.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, actually, I'm proficient in athletics. Okay. Never mind.
9.
Rolled an 8. 7.
Okay.
Roll a 15. 14.
Okay.
Rolled an 18, 25.
Damn.
16.
Okay.
Rolled a 9. 9.
As the wind really picks up, you are startled by the amount of wind that there is here in the desert. There's so much that you ride through several dust devils that actually kick up some sand into your eyes. Taffy and Rin, both of you kind of reach up to rub it out. Just as it hits one of the dunes, you begin to fall backwards. I need both of you to make dexterity saves.
Can we
25.
assist in dexterity saves if we need to?
14.
Taffy, you nimbly sort of have your wings sort of catch you and bring you back down to the sled before it gets too far out from under your feet. Rin, you actually do sort of a backwards tumble and grip with both hands onto some solid wood chunks that appear to be hanging on just for such an occasion.
Are there?
You pull yourself back up.
Is there like a pole in the middle? A sailboat?
Like a mast.
Yeah, it's a giant mast, basically.
Excuse me. I would like to tie myself to that.
Okay.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
do that before we
gosh.
took off.
Make a
Careful.
survival check.
Homeboy might cut your line.
As both of you sort of right yourselves, you see the Aasimar look back
14.
from where he is manning the
Made somebody's
sail. He says, "I told you to hold on tight," and kind of chuckles to himself, knowing there's no real danger here, just that you might have fallen off.
14.
Okay.
No real
You
danger. You just
tie
have
a-
fallen off.
And then
I mean-
died in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just left you here.
Yeah, if you weren't the chosen, he wasn't going back for you.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're the chosen's friend, maybe. So you're able to tie a decent enough knot. It feels like you need to give a little effort too to make sure you're not pulling too tight on
Yeah.
it, but that keeps you steady for the rest of the journey.
Great.
As the day winds to a close, night falls, and
We pick it up.
What did
you all
say?
the wind
Said night
the
falls, and he
wind
said we
becomes less of a welcome way to cool off and more of a piercing cold. You can tell that you've gained quite a bit of elevation in your time rising and falling over the dunes, and while this cold is unsettling, it is nothing compared to what you faced the last time you tried to climb a mountain. Reminded of this, all of you bring your gaze to Aru Nechaket, the mountain of the region that is somewhat of a guiding compass to anyone lost in the desert. They always know they're heading because of where this mountain is. Arsinoe in particular, as you draw your eyes up, you see the moon hanging overhead. You are reminded of the duality of the desert. A lot of people think that the sun is what defines it as hot, unlivable, deadly. In a lot of the ways, the Oracle is like the sun. It is the beacon by which everyone identifies this country. But there is a duality to that as well. Just as the moon is, the Shadowed Sun Order operates in secret. Many people know that this is what makes the land hospitable in more ways than one. The cold mixed with the heat of the day. And as this thought dwells within you, you see out ahead of you the city that you had almost forgotten, Parapet, at the
Arsinoe's
base
gonna be crying a
of
little.
the mountain. Finally, they draw the sail in. The sled begins to skid to a stop, and the Aasimar turns to you. He says, "If you are here for Parapet, this is where you should get out. We pick up our water elsewhere, so we will be on our way. Unless there's something else I can do for you."
No, that's all. Thank you so much for this. What was your name again? For us to be able to
My name is Rilit.
wait.
Does he have any, like... I know he's going to pick up water.
Yeah.
Would I know that they buy it there, then go sell it elsewhere, essentially?
Make a history check for me.
I don't know, nothing. That's 10 total.
You can only imagine how valuable water would be in a place like this.
I would like to be the last one to get off. And
Tie
I,
myself from the.
well, yes. I will
You
untie
realize you
my-
Nobody
tied it
helps.
too tight and you can't actually untie it.
That's
from-
okay.
Yeah,
I don't feel
I'm just
happy.
joking. I'm just joking. You're
I'd
good.
like to untie myself, but I was waiting behind because I want to slip him some gold.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'll slip him like 50 gold for helping us.
It was not gonna cost us that much.
This is
I resurrect your friend, I get nothing.
unheard of. Thank you so much. Truly, the gods shine down upon us. I could never repay you for your kindness.
Thank you.
Thank you. As you all begin to like walk away from the sand skiff, you hear the two men that brought you here
Trying to
like
make them have a
rejoicing.
good day, man.
Yeah, they are over the moon.
It's rough
And
out
under it.
there.
And under it.
I got a lot of money. I got 4 sessions.
Over the moon?
We have...
Yeah, it's an expression.
I didn't want to... Me and Sam didn't want to pay, but Cheryl was just like,
They're over in
why are we
it's
wasting
fine.
time?
No, it's fine.
They are the moon.
She's the chosen. Take us now.
As you guys begin to make your way into the city, which is largely slumbering, the four of you that have not been here before may be a bit startled by its size relative to the other cities you've been to in Benara. This is not a sprawling city landscape. This is a small town meant really only to help support the people that live here and any pilgrims that might come to observe the great mountain and the gods that live above. Drawing your eyesight downwards, you do see one humanoid figure standing at the edge of town, arms behind their back, and seemingly waiting for all of you.
Ooh.
It's Belvius.
No, it's not.
This humanoid is very short now.
Do I recognize this humanoid?
It's the fox thief.
You do.
Stop. Don't do that to me right now.
Roll initiative. No.
Arsinoe, you recognize this as Tementu Afank. Tementu, easy enough for short. He is the overseer of the Shadowed Sun Order. A bit old in his years for an Aasimar, but was one of your many teachers whenever you came to the Order. And
I would like to bow and give them a hug.
he bows as well, but before he completes his, you kind of wrap your arms around him. He chuckles a bit. And
Sorry
you...
for the over-eagerness.
Go, go.
Yes.
As eager as ever. It is good to see you, Arsinoe.
Good to see you too. Thank you for greeting us.
Of course, we have been expecting you. If you please, time is not with us.
Yes, we understand.
He begins to walk, again, hands behind the back, as you make your way through town. Again, it's very quaint, very small. There is a large place of lodging that you actually walk through to continue through the city. It's basically a large atrium lined with doors on either side that lead to small housing compartments. As he continues to walk, he looks back to all of you. He says, I see you've brought friends.
Yes.
This is good.
I will introduce him to everybody and just say, I've been with them for quite some time now, and they've been very helpful, not just in my journey, but also in the journey of a lot of other people.
In a sort of hushed voice, he asks you, are these the ones that helped you to uncover some of the secrets that you shared with us?
Yes.
Then they have my thanks.
He
I was about to say that.
continues on through the atrium.
you read his lips. You knew what he said.
Yeah, I did.
Way to go, Morgan. Way to go, Taffy.
And you all pass into a sort of open sand courtyard with palms on either side. You know this as the Holy Yard. It is a place for...
I
Yeah.
will fucking murder you.
You can't enter. You hit like an invisible wall.
Oh shit, sorry, can we let him in?
He's blind, sorry.
Sorry, Alex.
Oh, it's okay. You know this is the Holy Yard where many pilgrims coming to observe a Runecheket or sit in adoration for the Oracle and those that work for them. This is where they come to do that, because beyond this point, just past this courtyard, is basically a small red canyon guarded by the Shadowed Sun Order, and basically nobody except for Shadowed Sun, Chosen, honored guests, and the Oracle themselves.
Honored guests.
It
Yeah.
may not be.
They are.
Oh, okay.
Dishonored guests.
I'll do at any point that we need to, I'll do the bow that Arsinoe taught us.
Seeing that there's kind of a cutoff point, Cheryl rounds the front of the group and begins trying to... Rest easy, my friend. You are with us.
Is there anything expensive around here? I'm asking
No.
you.
Make a perception check.
16, just flat.
Looking out in the immediate area, there's nothing but sand and palms. This place is left simple for a reason, though you know not what it is. However, as you look out ahead of you and you can see through the night sky the mountain that is so grand that you can see it from all over the country, you do see this large staircase that eventually leads to a sort of temple embellished in gold and old stone carvings. You imagine there would be any number of valuable goods in there.
Can't even help it. He just transforms into me automatically. He's like a werewolf.
As soon as...
Feel myself.
Yeah.
Disguising.
Oh no! Oh no!
Tumentu leads you past the guarding Shadowed
I'm just gonna break my
Shadowed Sun
eyes.
Order,
Do you want me to do it?
and you are led into another somewhat interesting location. As you walk down this red canyon, you can see etched in the walls are carvings basically from top to bottom. Some of them are pictographs, some of them are words, some of them in different languages, but you can tell that all this has been done over time, over centuries.
Does any of it depict something like a story or anything similar to what we learned about? I forget the name of the mountain, but you know what I'm talking about, the story of the first hero
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Does any of this depict
Make
any of
an
that?
investigation check.
That's not the I word I like to hear. It's 13.
Okay. You're not sure exactly what all these carvings are depicting, but you know it has something to do with the Shadowed Sun Order and the position of Oracle, which dates back centuries in this place. You do recall that much.
Okay.
I just tried to load 1,000 die on D&D Beyond. So
He broke
Did
the
you crash
He's
it?
about to crash D&D Beyond.
Why?
It's trying to currently roll them because he clicked the button and it's never gonna work.
As all of you
Things narc.
make your way past the canyon, an unfamiliar feeling reaches you as, at least unfamiliar as of late. A sort of burst of humidity and moisture comes forth from the other side of the canyon in almost a gentle breeze. A bit of mist clears, part sways and reveals a sort of pond where a lot of the runoff from the mountain appears to pool up. As you look out upon it, you can see that there are little waterways built to draw some water away from this central location. But there are also a number of stepping stones that lead to a central, larger stone that you'd imagine might be perfect for meditation.
Is anybody in here?
No, just
side.
you and Timintu.
It's just y'all two?
Not us two, all of us.
The guy's name
Yeah.
is Tim and two.
Oh. I knew that, but he said you, and so
No,
I
yeah.
thought he
The
was talking.
royal
Oh.
you.
Yes.
Or the non-royal
The
you.
understood you.
Got it.
Is it? Is the?
I thought Royal U is all of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
My
And
God.
it's also that.
Just trying to figure out who's in this room. So it's all of us
Uh huh.
All
and
of
old
you.
boy.
The
Yes.
royal you.
Got it.
As you take stock of
tiara.
everyone that is here, he does turn to you, Timintu. Would any of you like a rest before we ascend the steps?
I would assume we all would, right? Because
Oh yeah.
we traveled through the night on
Yeah.
the on the.
Wait, is he talking about like a rest or just to like get our breath because we just got off of a?
You know that to him, meditation is more or less synonymous with sleep.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. We would. We definitely do need another rest.
Then by all means, I will stand guard.
Thank you.
He sort of nods his head. As he does, you can sort of see past what he's wearing is basically a mask that covers his eyes and a nose, almost to a point, like a beak, sort of. But it's easy enough to tell his expression is happy, pleased that you all are here, and partaking in some of the traditions of Banana. You guys meditating, resting? What's going on?
All minutes.
Okay. What on specifically?
Wasn't ready yet.
I like that there was gonna be a creak before that too. Though. We don't have to repeat it.
We did though. Both of their gods, actually.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make
I'm
a.
just-
But I want to
Then-
talk to my god.
he's
I
powerful
get a
enough
busy
that
line.
he can talk to two people at once.
Wait, can you hold?
Make a religion check with disadvantage.
That first one was so good though.
It was a 10.
It was a 10.
Oh, I thought it looked like 19
No,
over here.
it was a 10 and a 9.
11.
Oh.
Okay.
One more point.
With your 11, as you close your eyes, you allow this place to envelop you. You feel a sense of peace here, a tranquility that you haven't felt in a long time. But unfortunately, you're unable to reach out to anyone that isn't him or her. No. Okay.
He sends a dark cloud right next to you.
Yeah. No, he was gonna try to get Osiris to intervene again with between the broker and you.
Gotcha.
If you can.
I'm going to
Or at least
pretend to
create a
meditate
connection.
Okay.
between him
until
and her.
everybody goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or until I feel, as everybody's gone to sleep.
Okay.
and then go talk to Mintu.
Okay. You wait some time for everyone to eventually fall asleep here at the waterside. It's quite easy to. And a couple of times while you are pretending to meditate, you do feel yourself drifting off. It's not quite the connection you want, but you feel like these past few days have been vexing, and you do deserve some sleep eventually. But now is not the time. After everyone has fallen asleep, you feel Tumentu's eyes on you as he knows that you are not meditating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you tried to connect, you still couldn't?
No, I didn't even try it this time.
Mm.
I just pretended to. Until everybody went to sleep.
What is on your mind, young one?
Well, normally it would not alarm me so much. But today and yesterday, I have not been able to communicate with them.
Like you're leaving out.
Yeah, I was gonna keep going. And before that, I died and was brought back to life by another deity, or another something, or consent. Yeah, consent, please.
This is unsettling, to say the least.
It's extremely unsettling.
And of all times, surely you are here because you know.
Absolutely.
I've waited to talk about it because I wish not to upset the good people of Ferrepet, but I would imagine with so many of you chosen arriving in quick succession, there can be no doubt.
They're I can't remember the name of the place we just were. Chandral. In Chandral, others suspected. And there even was another chosen Sionala that decided actually to stay behind.
I remember her. A kind soul.
Very kind.
I wonder if her staying behind was the right choice, but she would know best. Her connection has always been strong to her deity, Edith. How long has it been, you say?
Not even a full 2 days.
Perhaps simply returning to the Eclipsia, which you know is the basically monastery. I find that many of our connections to the greater powers are stronger there than anywhere that I've ever been.
I could certainly try again before I actually do fall asleep.
I'm glad that you are still here with us, though.
Yeah, I guess I am as well.
I was worried at how long it took. We have many eyes in many places, and we'd heard that you were in John Baroon some time ago.
There was a great danger in Chandral, causing a lot of people to go missing and die. We didn't feel like we could leave without helping that area first.
It's a dangerous place.
Mhm.
The people that go there are often in dire straits, and when you play those odds, you often lose.
Yeah. Just seemed like it might be helpful to kind of try to offset some of those really terrible odds and maybe make it a little more even.
This was kind of you.
Yeah.
You have become wiser in your time away.
I would like to think so, but sometimes I feel like I still make bad decisions, and
We're getting resurrected.
part of me definitely thinks that we shouldn't have done that and I should have already been here.
We all make the wrong decision from time to time. But I am not to say if yours was the wrong one. After all, you are here. in time for Ascension.
I was trying to go back through my notes, just double check. Is Eclipsia the place that we're currently in?
You're basically
Or is it
between
like-
Farapet and Eclipsia.
Okay,
Eclipsia
thank
is
you.
like the
Okay.
monastery itself.
Got it. Okay. So I probably like. Do I have to travel to Eclipsia? That like how far away is Eclipsia? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Basically, you ascend the phases, as they call them. Basically, these steps that lead up the mountain. It is a full day's journey
Okay.
to get there.
Okay.
But Eclipsia is basically like, halfway up. And then basically nobody except for the Oracle is allowed beyond that to the peak.
Okay. So then before going to bed, instead of what I just said a second ago, I will go back to the like edge of the water and just like take some of my hands and like put it on my face and then try to meditate again.
Okay. Make another religion check for me.
Which one of you is going to pray me? 24.
Sitting cross-legged, feet upward,
Really suck if that doesn't work.
a bit mindful of your stance with your old teacher watching. You try to connect again with Oham,
Oh my.
but you are unable. Something
I'm
is.
going to-
It feels even almost as if something is severed. Not so much a block.
cry myself to sleep.
Okay.
Are we sleeping outside?
You're sleeping outside.
Are we sleeping
The
outside?
mosquitoes. The whole
No mosquitoes here. This is a holy place.
Yeah.
They have off.
Yeah.
That same
netting.
barrier that blocked Ren from
It's
getting
not
in
off,
is
it's
zapping the mosquitoes as
Yeah.
they fly into it.
Or they have a ton of citronella candles everywhere.
Yes, yeah, everywhere. Torches and everything.
Stank.
You all get a good night's rest, as was well needed and well deserved after so much travel and so much strife along the way. You wake with the sun the following morning, and Tementu standing, waiting at the base of the phases, the steps.
To me too.
If you are ready, then we will ascend.
I have a question.
Of course.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, thank you.
Are all chosen disciples of Oham?
No.
Just this place has a monastery for
Um,
Oham?
is this you asking for Taffy or you asking for you to know?
For me to know.
Okay. Basically, the Oracle can serve any deity.
So the monastery here is just like a place to use.
Just like
Mhm.
respect.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Usually, the Oracles ascend depending on what sort of strength is needed for the region at the time. In times of war, an Oracle that serves a goddess of peace might ascend, or, so on and so
Okay.
forth.
Yeah.
When we wake up, would Cheryl be able to tell that last night's meditation didn't fix anything?
Bro, so I mean, it's kind of like whenever
Yeah.
you like when you go to sleep crying and you wake up and you like
Your eyes
like
are kinda
your eyes
stuffy,
are a little
right?
puffy. Yeah. So that's probably what I looked like.
Okay.
Okay. You all begin the long trek up the steps. This, for a normal human being, a normal mortal, would be very difficult. But you've done greater feats in your life,
And I got my climbing gear.
and you've got your climbing gear. I will say that
Very neat.
no checks are necessary, and Tementu is very impressed with your level of endurance.
Are
Yeah.
we like
Just
skipping
look
up the way
up
of the mountain somewhere?
I'm sorry?
Are we like skipping up the mountain?
Been there a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically you guys are getting to
I want to
Eclipsia.
talk to Cheryl. If that's cool.
Okay, yeah,
On
of
the
course.
way. I'll like pull you back.
Can I see them?
Do we
I
know?
actually do.
Do we know
I
that
was
she
doing
can
it
read
when we got
lips?
up to the top, so be prepared for that.
What?
Do they know that you can read lips?
I don't think I've ever told you.
Since Cheryl's learned telepathy, he pretty much only speaks in telepathy.
So Cheryl just
yeah.
stopped talking publicly.
Cheryl's
The
a
face
fucking
Morgan
mute.
is
Morgan
making
too.
at you right now.
I said it when we were
you'll get half
below,
of
and
it.
I'll repeat it again now. But yeah.
You can read half of the conversation.
Okay, I'll read Rin's
You're being
lips.
very Edward
Okay.
Cullen right now.
What?
What's your god's name?
Osiris.
Put the other way around.
Yeah.
Who does Osiris save?
What?
Like what?
The children.
Who does Osiris save? Is he just worried about lost children or what?
He saves the innocents.
You're fucked.
Stop it!
I was wondering why
He
you were
does.
giggling.
I was
He
thinking
does
the same
believe
thing.
in second chances, as I'm sure you're aware. Children are learning, as are we all, and we make mistakes.
Oh.
I think I made a mistake. Both ways. I've watched Arsinoe over the last 3 days and something's up. And
Gotta roll again. That's
you know, something's up, and I think it's my fault. And I can't go through with my end of the deal anyway. Can't do it.
Arsinoe could just be nervous about what's ahead.
She could be. I shit and say it doesn't matter.
He's fucking lying.
No, I mean Rin will say like that could be the case, and I've had enough issues to know that that's probably not the case.
It could be in relation, but if anything is gonna help her, I think being here is gonna do it.
I want out.
Do it every single day. Every day.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, if I try enough, it'll happen one more time before the end of
Yep.
the campaign.
And
How much do you?
13 or less now that we're level
Yeah.
13.
Well, I was gonna say I can take away 4.
I rolled 64,
Yeah,
so.
last time it was 54. It's getting higher.
Damn.
but I've never. I don't know if she was telling the truth on who she is. But I can't take the chance. But I can't not do what I said I would.
Well, when I talked to her, she seemed able to handle herself.
Don't you ever feel trapped by Osiris?
I felt-
different.
I thought you were going to say, I think Osiris feels trapped by Cheryl.
Hello, Cheryl.
I felt trapped before.
No, that's
Not
the other
now.
dude that Cheryl
What
won't
if you
stop
tried to
talking
step
to.
away?
I know
What?
you're not a
What if you
bitch.
left?
I have no reason to.
What if you wanted to?
I'm sure that connection would be severed. I would lose all of my connections to Osiris, and with it all my ability to help others. And therefore my purpose.
I don't know. I want out, but I don't want to be trapped again.
Trapped?
God, science.
Books are cool.
That's right.
You need to be extremely certain. It's one thing I know. If there's any temptation or
Arsinoe mentioned
hesitation,
that Oham might help me at some point. That hasn't happened either. So
she might. I mean, you saved one of her followers.
yeah.
Oham might be thankful. Although your connection seems stronger now, as he's like,
Got 2 eyes. 1 and 2.
2S.
double the.
2S.
Yeah. I
2 nipples. Always gets always.
That's my favorite
I
quote
just
from The
described the
Office.
Black sponsor. The reward for his capture. All the riches in Scotland.
I have one question for you.
What are you
What
still
are
What are you still
doing?
doing here? I don't think I told you the deal was to get rid of the fox thief for Arsinoe. And I can't help but think I messed up a third time. I had a dream. And I thought I was back across the sea. I might have been, I don't even know. But I offered myself for my wife, and I think I broke. I don't know. I didn't do what I said.
if it's one thing I know from my connection with Osiris, it's that he often speaks to us, his followers, through our dreams. Possible that the broker's trying to manipulate. I wouldn't put much weight into dream. Just gonna let him win. You're trying to sever that connection.
I feel like you'd put a lot more weight into it if Osiris visited you the way he visited me.
That's because he's trying to help me. My goal and his goal align. Yours and the broker's do not. He's trying to manipulate you.
Italy.
Italy. You put in a word with Cyrus next time y'all talk.
I will.
Continue walking.
Okay. As the sun's light begins to wane, you approach this enormous structure atop the largest mountain that you've ever seen. And at its front gates, a large sun ornately depicted with its rays shining down in golden light across every surface. In the spots where it doesn't quite fill, you see bits of text and more pictographs. This place seems to hold a deep history, a profound one, especially for the people of Benara. Tementu turns to all of you. Obviously, you are aware, but for the rest of you, you are about to step into a sacred place. Please, keep that in mind and hold your esteem as high as possible. Follow me. He turns around, moves through the door, and as you break that same threshold, Arsinoe, you are taken back a number of years. Everything looks exactly as you left it. The ceilings raised to a height unimaginable for a structure, even of this size. Across the back wall that you can see even from the entrance is a marvelous stained glass depiction of different shapes, colors, a variety, a beautiful elegance that culminates into this beaming white light as the sun shines through a number of different articulated mirrors that hit it just right. This place is touched by the gods. That is what they say, and it is what you have felt here a number of years, your own experience. As your eyes are drawn ahead, you do eventually see several other figures. Some you recognize, some you don't, as they move to and fro from different workstations, bookcases. There is a great collection of knowledge and a great collection of people here as well.
We'll look to Sarnorin and say, it's a really good place to read.
Finally, your eyes rest upon a number of figures gathered around one that is apparently in like a seated position. With the sun's light coming from that direction, it's hard exactly to tell what you're looking at until you get closer. But eventually you do recognize several other chosen that you may have crossed paths with either in your adventures or in your time here at the Eclipsia. Mm-hmm. And seated at the center of them is the Oracle, but not in the way that you recognize. Make a perception check for me.
Is she from the astral
She
plane?
fucking did.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Natural 1. Plus 9, so 10.
She looks completely unfamiliar to you in all ways except that you know in your bones that that is who you're looking at. Her tan fur and amber eyes have been exchanged for white and blue eyes.
This is the astral version of her, right?
She is
That's
in a
cool.
deep, peaceful meditation, almost asleep. But as you investigate further, you see that she has indeed passed away. You begin to wonder why they have just left the Oracle seated here. But before the thought can fully form in your mind, Tumentu takes the front and bows to all of you, all chosen, all present. I have gathered you here because, obviously, there is time now for the Ascension. These are dark days ahead of us, but I believe in the light found with each of you. As you look across your peers, you recall some faces, but one in particular is attached to a name you recognize, Venrieli, who is another female Aasimar, sort of helped get you acclimated to Eclipsia when you first got here, but is a bit older than you and left before you did. She is here along with also a male Aasimar, a female Eladrin, and a very young male human that you don't recognize. High elf, basically. Normally, in these circumstances, we would conduct Ascension right away. But first, we have a very unsightly matter to tend to. The Oracle, it's hard for me to say, did not pass by normal means.
There has been a murder.
No,
in
stop it.
Savannah. I'm sorry.
You stand in a crime scene.
Stop it! I don't like this exchange either.
Oh,
Leading
no,
up-
is it the fox thief? I'm sorry.
Leading up to this, She had been meditating for a number of weeks on information provided by our dear Arsinoe here. There was a prophecy she wished to unravel, but could not find the answer to.
And do we like? Do I think that we're talking about the prophecy from
I kicked something. I was like,
Zheles and all that?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just one double check.
I believe that this investigation into the unknown was the reason for her untimely death. I suggest an unorthodox approach for an unorthodox time. All of you will conduct your own investigations on this matter.
He's talking to the Chosen, right? He's not talking to like all 5 of us.
yeah.
I mean, you're there with the Chosen. You're able to assist.
Oracle, Cheryl.
Oracle Rin.
Is there anybody else
God.
with the
There's nothing
chosen?
worse.
Like, or am I the only one that brought people?
Literally.
You're basically the only one that brought people, but
That makes me.
Make-
calls.
make a history check for me.
I do feel like
That makes me really insecure. Yeah.
Don't help, guys.
I kind of thought about that when we got here.
Oh
Like,
dang!
are we the only
what
ones
am I doing?
allowed?
It's
History
low.
check.
What did you roll?
A 5. I don't know what my pluses are, but it's not good.
What are your Amon is?
I'll give you advantage with it because it is history on your own place.
Your own stuff.
Worse.
It's a 10.
Meant to be.
Meant to
You
be
know
shit.
that
You're not being rolled.
at least some of these people take residence here in Eclipsia and likely have not left before. In particular, the young human male that you don't recognize is likely still being trained, but it's time for ascension,
yeah.
and he may yet be chosen to ascend. So you're the only one that brought friends along with you, but looks like the others might not have
Any friends?
had any friends to call on
Well, if
Their
necessarily.
friends are each other.
if I like would notice, I would try to like kind of hang back.
Oh yeah. If
Like,
she,
Sure.
we're not
yeah.
in the group that
Yeah.
he's addressing.
We all
We're
take
kind
a
of just
giant
like-
step back from Arsinoe when he says start your own investigations.
No. Okay. That's not what I was
No, yeah,
saying.
before then, yeah.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say like when we walked in the room because I wanted
Yeah.
to ask that if we were the only people aside from the chosen, and if we were, then I wasn't gonna be like.
I mean, there are
so,
others
what's up,
that
man?
aren't
Like,
chosen. They're just Shadowed Sun operators. So other people that
They
work
work
for
here.
them.
We're the only
Yeah.
Right.
outsiders,
So
but yeah.
then
Yeah.
if I walked in and noticed that I was in the only group of outsiders, I would have hung back and not like gotten up close or anything like that.
I
Okay,
think we all would have.
Yeah.
and that's
Except
fine.
Maybe that one over
But
there.
you're close
Red's
enough
like,
to be
"Speak
able
for
to hear
yourself.
all
I'm up
this.
there. I'm up there sitting next to the oracle.
He's
Yeah.
looking to see if the oracle's got any like jewelry on. He's like,
As
Can't help it.
as the impact of his words settle among all of the chosen and those present, he continues, as it has always been, those who fulfill the need of this country will ascend.
I want to insight check him
Bad time
Okay.
while
to
he's talking.
not be able to meditate.
What are you trying to figure out? Like, I mean, is he...
Well, it seems like this is not right,
Mhm.
and like, kind of who is he to make this call? Like, why is he now like changing the rules?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like to Cheryl, that's like, it seems like you're trying to change them to benefit you. And with my plus 14, I rolled a 16.
Oh God.
Better than most of us would roll most of the time.
Yeah.
This particular individual is quite old, quite wise, and you can tell that Arsinoe has a great deal of respect for him. You gather that he is an authority figure here, and while he is not the Oracle, in times like these, the Oracle isn't present to make a choice on who ascends. In one way or another, it appears traditional to allow the fates to decide who becomes the next Oracle. and there is no matter more pressing than this currently.
So it's not a Jafar situation. Gotcha.
Not as far as you can tell.
Jafar situation.
So is he suggesting that the person that solves the murder basically is who ascends?
He's saying it in uncertain terms. So there is room for interpretation, but more or less he's saying like whoever fixes like this problem writes this country's course after our previous leader was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Has a good chance.
Has a very good chance.
I think we just kill Ren.
It's fair. Probably the right choice.
I mean,
As soon as
yeah.
he finishes this, there's a long pause. He looks out upon all of you and raises his hands. Begin.
Oh my god.
Is this also, like, I know you describe books and stuff like that, but is it also like prayer-ish kind of place?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Place?
I mean, where she's kneeling is in the center of this, like, or where the oracle was kneeling when she passed, is in the center of this, like, large mosaic medallion that catches one of the central rays directly onto it. The mirrors inside seem to rotate in such a way that the sun, while it's out, is always shining in that one spot, and it is basically placed in a spot where you can look up towards the peak of Aru Necheket.
Can we tell, like, how she was murdered?
Make an investigation check.
I would like to sit down and pray
I would like to
Okay.
assist with that investigation check.
to
Got it.
Osiris.
Give her advantage.
Is there a specific meditation zone?
Meditation zone. I mean, where she's sitting appears to be like the ideal meditation spot, but the whole area is beautiful and very, very zenned up, if you know what I mean. Like, it is affixed to several like edges of bookcases and workstations. There are like little incense burners, and this whole place smells of it.
So I rolled, but I forgot that I have commune.
Okay.
That's what I was wanting to do. So I would commune with Osiris, and it's been a while since I've used this. I don't know if you need a refresher or if you remember.
I need a refresher. I'm sorry.
It's 3 questions, and that
Yes
can be
or
answered
no?
with yes or no, and he can say unclear if he
Okay.
doesn't, if he doesn't.
If
know.
he doesn't know.
Yeah. Being that you are one of the guardians of a gate to the Duat, would you know if, or is Arsinoe's soul split?
No.
Do you all, it's the Egyptian afterlife. Would you...
Interesting that we ended up in such an Egyptian-themed place.
Would you know...
And you're not the one with the backstory here.
Do you know if the person who ended the Oracle's life is here?
Unclear.
Is the Oracle in the afterlife, or is she stuck?
That was too.
Is she in the afterlife, basically? I guess I wouldn't ask if she's stuck.
No.
Oh.
What?
Okay, great. So I rolled a 19.
Okay. As you look out across her, you see no wounds of any kind. Even with your investigation, you find no prick points where a needle might have been inserted, any poisons that might have gone through her, that she might have breathed in. There's no sign of choking or coughing. Whatever it is, she seems to have just slipped peacefully away.
Does she still look tangible?
Yes, she is completely whole.
Her.
I'm gonna hold her hand,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attempt to use the gift to reach out to her spirit.
Okay.
You can attempt to raise her.
I mean,
dude, the
Yeah.
fucking the way that Taffy and I both just like have so much distrust for things that are happening.
He
It's like,
said, is she tangible?
no, I know, but like it's so funny because both of us would have said the same thing.
As you do this, one of the other chosen does step in front of you. What do you think you're doing?
I can communicate with outside. If you would just allow me. Not harm her.
It seems we've let too many outsiders into this place. Make a persuasion check.
Before I do,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say, would you like to know what happened to her or not? Natural 20 for 25.
Okay. He slowly steadies his hand and backs away. This is the male Aasimar. And Arsinoe, you actually recognize him as a Shadowed Sun member. Like he worked for the Shadowed Sun when you left, but apparently now he's a chosen.
You have my word. If harm befalls her at my hand, you can take my head off yourself.
Gladly. He rests his hand on his blade and waits. Make an Arcana check.
Bitch, I got teleport.
Bitch, I got
I will be so out of here.
or your fucking blade touching my skin.
Do note that while this is all going on, Timentu is sitting there, watchful as ever, behind his mask, just observing.
23.
Okay. With your 23, you reach out to the Oracle's soul, wherever it be, because it's not in the afterlife. You have trouble finding it for a time, but then you get a very familiar sensation to when you tried to contact your son, specifically after Vidnika's fall. And although you're unable to commune with her, you get the feeling that they're in the same place.
Do I get the feeling that do I get any sense of time? Like
how long it's been?
would it be implied in Sarnorin's mind that if she's in the same place, then they got there at the same time? Like, I guess what I'm saying is,
with your role, I would say you're able to sense that it was not at the same time. You know, combined with your medicine ability, you know that the Oracle passed after your son was locked away in whatever place he is.
So confused. I thought your son was. This is just me trying to figure things out. I thought that your son was like released after.
no, they were taken.
Okay.
So did you get to talk to him?
No. But not because I couldn't, because she couldn't.
Mm-hmm. But you gained some information.
Yeah. Would I have heard of any place like this that's like a almost purgatory type of limbo?
Make a history check with disadvantage because it's very unlikely.
Is that bothering you? I've been wanting to use the back scratcher and stretch it across. Knock him over.
27.
Just put them in order. 'cause
With
they were almost in
disadvantage.
order.
Oh, with disadvantage.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he
I was about to say,
wanted
damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know, I noticed him.
No, it's just
flipping
1, 2,
them.
3, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3. 5, 6.
17.
Okay. There are other planes where a soul can be brought to in the afterlife. There are other existences entirely. But your magic should allow you to communicate with all of them. This appears to be something else entirely, something cut off from reality in a way that no other place has been.
Okay.
Or simply in a way that no other place.
Am I able to make another attempt at a different connection
Yeah, of course.
this time? And it can fail immediately if it needs to. I'd like to reach out to Arsinoe soul.
Okay. That's interesting.
And just see if I get the same feeling.
As you attempt to do this, you seem to get almost like a magical rebound of like like a feedback where she is not. She is not. Her soul is with her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's not dead.
To make her cry.
After hearing Osiris's answers, I want to detect thoughts on the oracle.
On the oracle. Okay.
Because I wouldn't know that he gets the feeling that it's in this weird
I'm fucking dead.
place. But
I mean, whether she's dead or not,
Yeah.
her mind is not there.
yeah.
Can I
But-
ask-
Well, Osiris said I was thinking like maybe she's like paralyzed and she's not actually dead.
I
So
understand.
I'm sure that it would fail, but
It does fail. Sorry to disillusion that. a
yeah,
bit,
no.
but-
I did that knowing it would probably.
I think I know what's gonna happen, but I want to scry on her.
On the oracle.
Mhm.
Okay.
See yourself.
I ain't got nothing fancy to
Dude,
do.
same. I know. You and I are just looking at everybody, looking at each other. What's happening?
You
Yeah, guys.
attempt
I'll figure it out.
What the
to
fuck's
scry
happening?
on the oracle,
Right here.
but these eyes that have granted you so much fail you now as you see nothing but emptiness. Vast, vast emptiness.
Pick that up with Demon Daddy.
Would I know that means? Would I know what that means?
Make an Arcana check. Let's see.
Are all of the other chosen kind of like looking around? Or are they just kind of like, I don't know. What
As
to
soon
do,
as he
and they're,
said
like,
begin,
twiddling
they
their
like
thumbs?
they ran around,
scattered.
began like looking at different things. The one chosen that interacted with Sarnorin is like standing by, appears to like allow you to like stand after observing the oracle, and then moves in himself to like begin checking for vitals and that sort of thing. The other three, two of them, the child and the Eladrin, rush off to the books and begin like moving through pages, while the one that helped you Arsinoe is actually talking to some of the other Shadowed Sun members, like interviewing them in almost a like cop-like sit-down, asking them where they were, where they've been.
Are you in the middle of telling him something?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
What'd you roll, Arcana?
15.
This could mean a few things to you, but in particular, you get the sense that the scry is just not working. It could be that her soul no longer exists, or it's in a place that you can't reach, or it is nowhere, quite literally.
Can I try to cast Dispel Magic on her body?
Yeah, you can. Be warned as you do this, the same
somebody
Aasimar
else.
draws his blade. Careful weaving your signs in here.
I'm just trying to see if there are any magical effects on her curses, something like that.
Put your blade away.
Has anyone tried that yet? I'll ask out of Tiamat. Has anyone else tried to?
Oh, you mean Tiamat?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Tiamat is
Sorry, yeah, very
Totally
different.
something very different.
Totally different. My bad.
Who is that?
Like a
Oh.
yeah.
like a
God of
very
dramatic
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone tried to anything like remove curse or dispel magic, which I think is what Taffy was going to attempt to do. I've seen her do it before.
No one has attempted such things other than the typical medical processes.
Would that
Would you allow
Be
us
alright?
to try?
Of course.
Okay.
He turns to the other Shadowed Sun member. He says, "Hikain, stand down." And he puts his blade away and does the traditional bow, moves about his business.
Oh, magic does not activate. Thank God.
That would have
If
been
you
so
would have
bad.
dropped the fireball in this fucking place, I would have been like, my bad. Just take us to jail.
She does that sometimes.
Straight to jail.
Should not have brought my friends. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
See that
now.
I see that now. This was a
Does
mistake.
it do anything? Do I need to roll?
It doesn't do
Alright.
anything. There is no magic affecting her. She is,
She's
Passed.
just dead. Got
as
it.
far as you can tell.
So presumably, remove curse would also not.
Are you asking me? I have it. I mean, I could try
I'm
it.
saying it. I don't know if it's worth you wasting a spell slot, but you can try it.
You see Timintu about to say something, but he doesn't.
I was actually gonna so like does it I don't really want to do this around like Timintu whenever lots of other like Shadowed Sun people are around.
Mm-hmm.
So like if he's kind of like off on his own, then I'll say something now or ask him.
He's kind of on his own. He's standing there like at the head of everything. Nobody's really around him.
This actually really doesn't have much to do with the investigation. I do feel quite comfortable with a lot of the knowledge I know now, but there is something that I'd like to gift to all of us here. And I will pull out the picture that I have. Dude, whatever his name is like running around going, shing! Yeah. He's like hyper vigilant about all of this.
Yeah, you gather that guy's kind of a hothead. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull out like just that picture that I got from the library a long time ago.
I see.
Oham. And just tell him the backstory of it and tell him like where I got it from and everything. And say like in my visions, this is essentially what I've seen many times over. I thought it might be best here for others to have.
Thank you. Your contribution is noted. This is not like the other depictions of Oham that we have.
Really?
No.
Right.
Or really, yes.
No. It was just that she was like, "Oh, really? Okay." That's what I was laughing at.
Oh well, shit.
He takes the paper, moves it into his robes, and seems set on like setting it aside later. Doesn't
Okay.
want to remove himself from this situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you would, being that the Oracle was investigating information that you brought to light, perhaps all these events are not so disconnected.
I don't think they're disconnected at all.
Then
Is that
perhaps
right?
instead of investigating the Oracle's death, you should pursue what she was investigating.
I think that's what. Is it alright to talk about some of these things?
Of course. It is part of being the Oracle. If you are to ascend, you must learn when it is appropriate to accept help from others.
As you saw a moment ago, my friend Sarnorin reached out and touched her hand. He has a gift.
In it, bro.
It's quite a holiday.
There's a
for you,
gift
huh?
of being able to speak to others, to speak to their soul, essentially.
Posthumously.
And what we have experienced as a group, and actually some of us separately, has been there's some place connected to Zheles. We're not entirely sure how, but I feel like I know that there's some loose connection. I can't quite put it all together. Where whenever I was first there, I actually lost all connection to Oham. But then as soon as I was out, everything that Oham was trying to send to me came back. Almost like there was this backlog of information sent to me. So almost as like there was like some other plane where all connection to others were severed.
A place where even the gods cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
This is troubling.
I'll like describe the swampiness of it and everything, and say that was the essentially say like, okay, like that was like the beginning of like our journey, and then whenever we got to Ascent is whenever we found out like a lot more information about the the thing that she was investigating. I can't think of words.
The prophecy.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes. And then say that like the prophecy is clearly part of this, and Zheles seems to be both the country and also an entity that like has great power. But then there's also, we're still trying to figure out the connection of like the things being like pulled from the earth. Massive holes.
The place that you are describing, I believe, is consistent with a manner of hell. This should not be cut off from the gods. Some of the gods are devils themselves, and some of them live there. Perhaps what you experienced was somewhere else. Somewhere we do not have charted.
Guess so.
Somewhere we do not know. This prophecy that you uncovered. It seems someone at some time knew all the answers. And they've left it cryptically for us to decide. This was at the precipice of the Oracle's mind. So much so that she did not eat for weeks. There must be some reason.
She knew of the injustices going on between Zheles and that when I saw her in a vision, I don't really know like how long that would like actually be according to like her death, but I know it was like a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, that would have been probably like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. I just remember it was like prior to her death.
It would have
like,
been 2
actually
weeks
talked to
before her
to
death, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
According to your vision, basically.
Yeah. Roughly 2 weeks before her death, and she just seemed distraught over what was happening, and she said she knew what was going on, and she was trying to help as best she could. All that we could really say to each other.
How did she look?
She had tears running down her face. I think her eyes were closed.
Pour water on her face.
She just looked like she was doing all that she could, and that even that it wasn't enough.
She was struggling then. Perhaps trapped within herself?
How long did she stay in the meditation?
She never left.
Something
Yeah.
in the other,
Yeah.
in the meditation.
That's that because I had a meditation where I was stuck.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I had one
That
where I was
happened
stuck
in
too.
Avatar too. Or if you
Yeah.
die when you're in meditation,
Oh, yeah.
then your
yeah.
body just
The
sits
Matrix.
there. Did you take that from there?
I definitely did
That's
not.
the end
Oh
of the
my gosh.
campaign.
We all unplugged.
we all unplugged.
Yeah.
It seems you have some pieces to the puzzle, but not all. I wish I could provide you with more.
That's all right. Can you point me in the right direction amongst these books here of what we can learn about Zheles and I'm gonna kind of like vaguely describe something. Vithnika was third, but about like the gem that he knew about,
The gem.
the soul gem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more or less Philosopher's Stone sort of
Thank
thing.
you. Yeah, I couldn't think of what we like actually called in the campaign. And really just like as much as like any information about like kind of like in between places. Even if it's not going to be, you know, spot on of like what we think it might be.
Quite a wide variety, but I'm sure we have texts. He calls over one of the other Shadowed Sun operatives. They come quickly and begin assisting you in finding tomes that match such a description. First, in particular, you're looking for tomes on Zheles.
Yeah.
You find more recent books that talk of Zheles as a country, why it is the way it is. There are even footnotes about the Shadowed Sun's position on things and how they want to seek to help, but not really like rock the boat because it could lead to all-out war and all this stuff. But then you do find some older tomes that speak of Zheles as a being. There's not so much a prophecy as there is a retelling in distorted words, sort of like what you found in Eimsford, where it speaks of how one day a demonic being will be born into the world that will devour it. It's called the World Eater, and that is how the world will end. That's most of what they have there, but you do, the Shadowed Sun operative does hand you a newer text, very small one, that contains the prophecy that you sent in, as well as some small details and footnotes on it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna kind of like, is there like a place we can like set up like a workstation?
Yeah, there are plenty of workstations around. You can find an open one, and I don't want all y'all to feel like you can't do stuff too. This is for everybody. I know it's Arsinoe's sort of backstory.
Yeah.
I want to send in Caranton.
Oh my gosh.
Never mind. You can't do anything. Get out of here. All right. Make a religion check and a persuasion check. You know how this goes.
Yeah, 16 on the religion.
Okay.
That's not as good as last time. It's only 12 on the persuasion.
You call out to him, and before the persuasion even comes into being, you feel like last time you were able to connect with him, you were really in tune with your faith and your divinity. But before that, it was even easier because you had a conduit with you, conduit that has since been destroyed.
Oh, last time we didn't have the ring, though.
No, the time before that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, this is the reason why it's worked in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is not so easy. You feel not even a response from him, but that your words don't get through.
So I want to ask if there's anything I know about the like swampiness, and if there's any way to like contact people in that realm.
Okay.
And if there is, if we could somehow try and see if the Oracle is there.
Okay. You're guided by one of the Sun Touch to several books talking about swamp-like realms, and one seems to have more verbiage than any other. The third level of hell, the one that Mammon rules over.
Okay. So
by all accounts, any level of simple sending spell, I say simple, but by all accounts, any level of like a sending spell should be able to break through to a place such as this.
Cheryl,
I'm sorry, I was watching Ren's iPad explode.
can you
Oops.
try to sending to the Oracle and see if she is possibly in Mammon's domain?
can try. I've never tried descending to someone that I've only met their body but not their soul before. But I can.
Body did you meet?
The oracles. I mean, like I can see her body here, but I've never talked to her. I mean, Cheryl would try. He's open to try anything. Me as Sam is
Doubtful.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try sending to.
Because the only other option.
Cheryl would sending to Mammoth.
Okay, that's what I was gonna suggest, but I don't want to do it because I finally broke my bond with him. But that's why I was gonna suggest it, but I didn't.
Because we
think
met him
you were
in
gonna
the hole in the mayor's house,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna be on board for that. But that was gonna be
In the middle of Cheryl
literally
being
what I
like,
was about
maybe
to say.
I'll do, but then you said Mammon's domain, and his mind would kind of fixate on Mammon.
I was gonna
almost
be
by
like,
mistake.
the
Yeah.
other
You would-
option is to sending to Mammon, but I didn't think
Yeah.
you'd be down for it. Great, we're on the same
Okay.
page. So Cheryl, would you like to sending to Mammon?
First and foremost, if you're sending to Mammon, you are. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it's been a couple days now.
Charmed or
She's-
frightened?
No.
She still looks weird, right?
I can help.
She's never really like
help.
looked physically
Give me 1
weird. Just
But like,
off.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like,
Me?
we had just assumed it was the trauma of dying and becoming
You might
back.
have, yeah.
But,
But at this
now
point-
it seems like that should have faded a little bit. But this is still strange. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you?
Definitely.
16.
Does she look like the people who were in Salvation?
She does not.
Okay.
Distinctly no. I mean, they were like blank-faced, mindless zombies that basically didn't even have the capability to speak. And what did you roll?
16.
Okay. What do you say?
Hey, bud.
Cheryl would probably start off. Do you know?
I got you.
Where? And then he would pause and I think kind of realize that he accidentally is, not accidentally, but like, if it's this easy, if he's already starting to feel a connection,
Mm-hmm.
that he might have accidentally fixated on Mammon. So instead of asking, "Do you know where you are?" he would stop and say, "Do you know
The Oracle.
the Oracle?" Is she with you? Oh, hello, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
As the words transcend your mind, you feel a chill run down your spine. As
Spooky bitch.
you take 13 points of poison damage,
Don't play with no Ouija boards.
but you do hear a response.
Hello.
Ah, it is you, friend of my friend.
No, I can't respond, but he says that to himself.
There is no oracle here.
Do I get this since he's being coy and referring to her by her real name
Yeah.
or her given name?
Make an insight check.
But we don't know her real name.
33.
He's not lying. The oracle is not there.
Okay. Cheryl's gonna stand up and kind of. He looks a little woozy, and from what happened. I'm not poisoned. I just took poison damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Doesn't seem like she's there.
I'm so sorry you had to come. Where is she?
She's where my son is.
Where's he?
The in-between.
Now you're asking the real.
Cheryl having a +0 to intelligence is like, I don't follow.
Cheryl, make a history check for me.
Oh.
Each file.
17.
Good.
As Sarnorin says the in-between,
Blind you turn.
you begin to think on what that could mean. I mean, you all are familiar enough with the astral plane. You've been there. There should not be any problem contacting that. After all, magics must flow through the astral plane to reach others. It's almost as if this place does not exist.
Limit does not exist.
And non-existence begins rolling around in your head. The same word that put you under just days ago now begins to spur the gears of thought in your mind to breathe almost new life into your pursuits. This place is outside of all of it, you imagine.
So they're not in any place?
Exactly. But they are in a place.
Who put your son there?
I don't know. They left when we left.
Did we get any tomes on Vith?
Right, that was the next thing you were looking for. You find some books on Vidnica. Most of them are before its people died out. There are none about the floating isle, about the fall, though you imagine that
Relatively new.
it's relatively fresh information. What you do find is very consistent with what you already know about how Vidnica was an offshoot of the Mistkeep lineage. There was a disagreement among people about how their power should be used. And the people that founded Vidnica were basically exiled from Mistkeep for pushing too far.
What do we remember about Elwyn's connection to Mistkeep and Vithnica?
Elwyn
wife,
was also
right?
Elwyn was also exiled from Mistkeep, but more recently, he sought to. He was extremely gifted and sought to use his gift for selfish ways.
Did any of oh, I actually didn't ask this. I would also like to look for tomes on Anisette and the leaders of it, of like the past couple generations, I guess.
Can I begin researching too?
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to start looking for writings on case studies or journals from people who have seemingly gone mad.
Okay.
On mad.
Yeah. Specifically people who talk about places that don't exist
Mm-hmm.
and seeing beings that don't exist.
Gotcha. Okay. You don't find many tomes on this topic, but you do find one. One in particular details the mad ramblings of a scholar gone mad who was, funny enough, researching the end of the world, the World Eater. He wanted to know more about how the world will end and hoped that he might prevent it, but delving too far into knowledge unfit for mortal minds, he began to lose his mind, speaking ramblings of being devoured and how everyone would eventually fall to nothing. How the son of Zheles would kill us all.
What's Tumen? Or what's his name? Tim too?
Timentu. You were close.
Timentu.
That's not his full name.
Is he still just kind of standing off by himself after directing Arsinoe to the?
He is not leaving the front. Basically, it appears that he's handed off what you handed to him to another Shadowed Sun operative, but he is observing everything that's happening right now.
What did you ask about?
Anisette.
I want to.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that she had. But yeah.
I just wanted to ask him to look what the Oracle was. If she had done any research, I want to look at like the last couple books she checked out, essentially.
Okay.
You can do her thing while I. Yeah.
Prior to order of events here. I would have looked for the intercept books, but before reading them, I would like to talk to Benrielli.
Okay.
Even if that means interrupting one of the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's kind of sitting across from one of the Shadowed Sun operatives as you approach. She turns to you. She says, "It is good to see you, Arsinoe. Although I am quite busy, as you should be."
Yes, I am. And truth be told, this may not be solved by any one of us, or even of people that I've come with as well. I think it's bigger than all of us. I think that I know that I would like to suggest other questions as well. I can see that you're interviewing people. I think that's going to be very helpful. So in learning about, and I'll tell her we're trying to figure out the connection between the prophecy, which I'll tell her what the prophecy was, and then, although I'm assuming most people know it now, but
I'm gonna pull it up just in case we need the verbatim.
Yeah, the prophecy and the World Eater, and so if there have been any other Shadowed Sun or people that have learned about the World Eater, or also what I might know as Zheles, not the country, but as the creature.
Okay.
Then I think that might need to be part of the questions as well, because if anyone else has information that hasn't been written yet, that could help us. Could be recent information.
Thank you. I see. This will help.
Part of the job is the Oracle will to ask for help, and if that means I don't ascend, I'm alright with that, as long as we figure something out.
You have grown wise in these last few years, Arsinoe.
Thanks.
You indeed are also investigating a different line of thought than I was. I simply wanted to know what happened to the Oracle, but it seems that there is a bigger question at stake here. I will begin to ask around.
Alright.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Do I hear any of that?
I don't know.
You can read lips.
You can read lips. I wouldn't hit it.
Well, I would have liked to just chime in. Oh, Taffy appears.
They both of you kind of look down from your conversation, and she's there.
Hi, just want to add, I don't think any outside forces acted upon the Oracle. I believe it was something darker, and I don't know if you asking questions and questioning people in this building, did you see anything? Do you know what happened? I don't think you're going to get anything.
Make a persuasion check.
We can't find her soul, and I don't think any of these people did that.
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
Have a scare.
It's an interesting thought. By all accounts, she should be safe here.
I've investigated her body very, very thoroughly. Physically, she is safe.
There are more ways to kill a person than physically.
Yes. Depends on what she was meditating on and where she went and who she saw.
I see. Then I will ask around about what information others may have, rather than where they might have been.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Your friends are helpful. I can see why you keep them around.
We do our best.
Does it look like
Taffy bows.
King Tut knows actually what happened?
King Tut.
Make an insight check.
Golly.
I'm rolling my performance check for my bow.
Me too.
It's a 13 on my performance for my bow.
Getting better.
Getting better.
He doesn't appear to know what happened.
I'm gonna
He
get a nat 21
does honestly need the
Yep.
help of the Chosen to solve this.
Honestly, I like it.
But he's also, he is the head of a secretive order. If anyone could be capable of lying to you, it would be him.
Where's the quill?
The what?
The order of the quill or the pen?
That's a
Yeah,
long
the Order of the
way
Pin.
away.
Yeah,
That's
we're
that.
under it.
I think we got.
That's
a-
I think we got
that-
them killed.
That order
And
is
it is
like
also very small.
yeah, teeny tiny compared to this one.
Get on,
Um, okay, so you had something, right? We
Yeah.
kind of jumped around.
Yeah, I had asked. I was asking him. Do you know what she was researching last? What books she was?
It wasn't much, but I believe she had this in her possession. And he holds out a small notebook that was, yeah.
But yeah.
As you scan through it, you notice that written in it is, again, the prophecy, but there are some notes jotted along the side of it. So, the prophecy is the son of the void will one day be born to the mother who bears the sins of all as the father makes ready the land. In particular, her notes are broken up into 3 parts. The son of the void is almost unquestionably zealous or something tied to him. That's what she's deduced thus far. Deluded.
She's wrong.
The next part is the mother who bears the sins of all. She lists out the planes themselves, like Mother Earth or Mother Nature. Is it a person who is physically giving birth? Is it potentially... could it be a tiefling? This is written down. And then the last bit, as the father makes ready the land, she has written several things. Prophet, ? Farmers, ? And SF, ?
She knows who SF.
I mean, he was a big deal throughout the land. Cheryl wouldn't be able to help but feel the parallels to this prophecy between Rin and the Fox Thief. Void, she bears the sins. She's kind of dealing with your mistakes, you know? And maybe that's just because of all the broker stuff recently, but Cheryl would then take the book to Arsinoe and be like, maybe this is helpful. I don't know if you've seen it already. I don't know if this had already been asked and I was just not paying attention, but...
If Arsinoe reads that, she would think the son of the void is the void that, like, we don't know where these people are going.
Sarnorin's son.
Yeah, well, originally we...
It's Sarnorin who's at fault.
Originally, when we got the prophecy, that's what Cheryl thought, but I don't know, like, hearing it again in this new frame of mind, Cheryl's like... He wouldn't express that to anyone. Me as Sam wanted to share that.
Interesting.
But, do you think, she wrote anything hidden?
Can we look and see? Okay, I'm actually gonna pass off anything about in a set. I'm just gonna set it aside and 2 things. First, I'm gonna suggest that Rin read it and see if he can deduce anything.
Okay.
The notebook?
Looking for like hidden
about
messages
Innocent.
or something, or
No, just the books about Innocent.
He got it done.
I'm gonna deal with this.
Gotcha.
But also,
Sorry, we never did touch on the Innocent
I know,
stuff, huh?
that's okay.
My bad.
But now I will.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to lore dump on you guys anytime.
But also, whenever
Dump on us,
I like move it over to Ren, I'm gonna like place my hand somewhere on him, like his hand or his feet or something.
Okay.
And
Something.
see if like in that moment I am going to do what I texted you.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Don't try to
I
kiss
have all that
I'm not
muted,
trying.
so I just don't look at it.
Trying to kiss me, aren't you?
My feet are cold.
Too fast for you.
Oh God, that kiss!
Damn.
She was laying on my feet and she just.
She wants nothing to do with any of us.
I'm not even doing anything.
So first, we'll handle this in order. Is there anything that you want to try and deduce about these notes and the prophecy's meaning or anything like that?
I don't think so right now.
Yeah. Okay. Second thing, you place your hand on him and begin to,
It's like very brave. I'm not doing like a big.
yeah. Make another religion check for me.
Oh, Alex, I don't know what to do here.
Make it with
Oh,
advantage
Alex.
because of the place that you're in.
Okay, that's better.
Thank God.
Thank goodness, but also.
Next one's a 1.
I saw the one for a second as it was stopping.
23.
Okay.
It's fucking cold in here. Y'all not cold?
No.
Yeah.
As you
My feet are a little cold. But
as you call out for help,
Got a sweatshirt on too.
you feel finally that your voice is heard,
But it's not.
But it's not.
but it's not Oham.
Stop. What a dick.
As you open your eyes from this brief moment of meditation, you see across from you and Ren a familiar figure.
No.
The fox thief walks towards the group of you
Fucking called it.
as 2 Shadowed Sun operatives, including the hot-headed one from earlier, draw their blades and start screaming, "Intruder!" And
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
she instantly
my
deflects
blade.
both blades
They're like in the
with
place,
a wave of
like
a
we're
hand.
not like in like a like ethereal feeling place. Like they're like in our.
They are there
They
with you.
are there.
And as they continue to walk towards you all, she looks straight to Ren and says, "There is no time left, Silas. You must release yourself from this shady salesman of souls." And as she says that, smoke begins pouring out of your eyes. A black ichor starts to run down your face like tears, pulls up
Holding
on the
onto
ground
Cheryl.
as smoke emanates from it. A skeletal form, a shade, forms from the pool of dark liquid now,
That's gonna be the broker.
now seeping into the intricate mosaic on the floor. And that is where we will end our session tonight.
So wait, she said she said your name, or what did she say?
She said, "Silas,
Silas.
there is no time left.
thought you said
You must
Zealous at
release
first. I was
yourself from this shady salesman of souls."
Right? No, okay.
So,
And a ghostly skeleton just showed up.
yeah,
Fuck. Out of his face or her face?
His face.
his face.
Oh, fuck. So we gotta kill that.
This is probably the most like cliffhanger moment that we've had in a while, but I'm
Fucking
very
bet.
happy with how this is all going. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been episode 69.
Yeah.
Wrath of Zealous. Join us next time to see what happens as we begin to come into the final phase of our 3-year-long campaign. I cannot wait to see how this all wraps up. But until next time, go out there and make some chaos. Bye.
Bye.